This is Kelly Hill, technology reporter with RCR Wireless News. I'm here at LTE North America with Larry Smith of Anite. And how are you doing today, Larry?
I'm good, thank you, Kelly.
Good,
Thanks for the opportunity to speak with your RCR Wireless audience.
Absolutely, great to be here. So you guys have been busy over the past year or so, and I'm wondering if we can kind of get an update on some of the things that are going on with Anite. There's some interesting stuff, I think, particularly in terms of device testing and support there, and chipset support.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we're supporting new devices, Cat 11 devices from Qualcomm with 3-carrier component. You can't really talk about LTE these days without talking about carrier aggregation.
Very true.
And these devices are supporting up to 600 megabits per second in the downlink. Also, we have added support for the Samsung chipset-based devices, which is the Shannon 333 chipset that are 3-carrier component as well at 450 megabits per second downlink.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're getting some really good speeds out there with these new devices.
Okay, and so that the ecosystem is really developing, it sounds like.
Yes, it's moving very, very fast. And these are devices that have been tested in the field in live environments. So it's not a lab test. These are true field test over-the-air interface.
Let's talk a little bit about VoLTE and what you guys are seeing on that side. You guys have, I think, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile supporting all three of those, right?
That's correct. We have VoLTE support for all the flagship devices on the 3 Tier 1 carriers that have rolled out VoLTE, with the exception of Sprint, of course. And we have solutions in the field that are currently being used today for VoLTE benchmarking. Yes.
Wow. Another ecosystem that I think is really starting to gather some momentum.
Yeah, oh, definitely. All the carriers want to see how their VoLTE networks, because of the different IMS implementation, how they're comparing against each other, and benchmarking is very important for the carriers.
Okay. Now, you guys had a recent announcement with Ericsson, and tell us a little bit about what Anite is doing on that side of the equation.
Yeah, that's on the Geo Analytics side of our business. The announcement last week is that we are now supporting the OSS call trace data from Ericsson radio systems. With that, we can now say that we support the majority of the Tier 1 network equipment manufacturers in the wireless industry for Geo Analytics.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about why Geo Analytics are important, why that direction has been a focus for Anite.
Yes, certainly. Yeah, the idea behind Geo Analytics is drive test mitigation. As opposed to sending 10, 20, 30 field trucks out for drive testing and system performance optimization, this allows the carriers to leverage their current subscriber base to collect similar type data points and KPIs, and geospatially represent that data to determine where they have problem spots in the network.
Speaking of problem spots in the network, let's talk a little bit about indoor testing. Now, the Nemo line is something that Anite has had for a while. Walk testing, backpacks, device testing, using real devices for walk testing. Tell us a little bit about how you guys are approaching indoor testing and that end-to-end piece.
Yeah, we have a complete end-to-end solution for indoor testing. And that involves basically 3 different components or stages. That would be data collection, post-processing, and data analytics. With our Zenergy platform, we can send engineers to the field with our Walker Air backpack solution automatically at the end of the test, the scripts test run, automatically send a log file to FTP server where the Zenergy platform post-processes and runs the reports and creates summary level dashboards so that at the end of the test, from any device, anywhere, anytime, because it's a web-based enterprise system, you can view those summary reports and determine whether that venue has actually passed the necessary acceptance criteria, or if you need to bring some engineers back to the field to do some maintenance or changes on the network. So the design, attempt is to minimize truck rolls to the venue. The DAS engineer gets to the field, does his test, and before he leaves, almost real time, it's near real time, he can determine that I have the proper KPIs, I've met the acceptance criteria, and now I can leave the venue. Because we know sending trucks to different venues is very difficult to get time, and it's a one-stop, one-time deal that allows you to get the acceptance criteria very simply.
Great. Well, Larry, thanks so much for your time.
Okay. Thank you.